Okay, this lift is the Arjo floor lift. It's called the Opera lift, and it is a little bit different than all the other floor lifts. It doesn't have, you cannot exchange the slings from one lift to this one. This one is unique in itself because of these little hooks. So it has little plastic clips at the end of the slings for which to mount it on the device. As well, you'll notice that it doesn't have the loops on the back that you grab to help reposition somebody into the chair. We're used to grabbing those handles that are on the back. And the reason for that was, the intent behind this was to reduce the strain on staff from the pulling on the slings to position residents, and rather use this leverage in this part of the mechanical lift. So there was better body mechanics with that. I have to say though, with experience and use of this device, when you have somebody that's really heavy, even though this is weighted for, I believe, 450 pounds, you'll find that when you have a resident that's heavy in this lift, that it's very difficult to position them this way. For me, my feet are coming off the ground, but it works really great for a moderate weight or a lightweight resident. Okay. But the other sling I'll show you here as well. This is the hygiene sling for this particular lift, and it's very different from the hygiene sling that you may be familiar with on the other lift. It almost looks like it has floaty devices that come up underneath the arm. It's got a very high back that comes up behind the head with some rigid stays in it. So actually though, with a hygiene sling, you need to have somebody that's got a good bit of trunk control and can participate in the lift and follow instructions. This one actually does give a good bit of support, and we did use it for someone that was rather disabled for quite a length of time, so it's something that can be assessed because, again, it does give more support than the average hygiene sling. But it still is very short in the trunk here and scoops up the legs and still leaves access for toileting. All right, so if I look at the lift itself, I've already talked to you about the handle and the, I don't know what you call this part of the device, to be honest with you. Here's the weight component, so you would set it to 0 before you assess the resident in the lift. It's got controls on the device mounted here, your up and down and your leg spreaders. And it's got a view for weight on the other side as well. Here's your on and off, just like the other Arjo lift. Here's your battery at the front that you would take out for charging. And here's your hand control set again, up and down, open and close of the legs. The instructions on this lift are mounted right on the side. All right, so I'm going to get Melanie over here to assist me. And we will get Astrid up in the seat. And this way. And you're going to find that center spine of the lift, just like you would on every other one. This one's got a little pleat in the center. And you're going to bring that right down to the base of the resident. The rest of it up around her shoulders. You're going to nicely tuck the leg pieces around the side of the thigh and give it a little bit of a tug. You're going to grab the calf using good body mechanics underneath and scooping it up. Wrinkles out, good, and we will hook her up. Let's bring this in close. Melanie, I'm going to get you over here to do the controls. Okay, well. And you have to snap those right in place, otherwise they'll pop off. Snap, clip. Does it come down a little bit lower? A little bit easier to hook these pieces up. Snap. And snap it in place. Okay, you can see again this has got a really high piece for the head. The stays have been pulled out, so if somebody did need more head support, this sling is certainly going to offer it. Okay, and we will go up gradually. So your control point is from here. You can find that she's nice and secure. It is a very nice lift once you get used to it. So you've got all the control just with the handle from the front. I can reposition her in the air quite a bit this way if I needed to get her back further into the seat. Okay, so we're going to come back down into the chair. And this is my point again of control. You can give some pressure from the front of the knees. Okay, so we're going to go through the hygiene sling for the 1Opera lift. We've put it in place the same way as the other one. You're going to look for the center part of the sling, find the bottom apex of the sling, bring it down to the coccyx of the resident, tuck it in place, pull the leg pieces down in front. What's different with this one is, again, these things that I call the floaty devices, and then the two parts of the sling get clipped in place like that, so that the soft padded section is actually up under the arm and giving some support under the arm. Then you're going to clip it in place just like you did the other sling. Make sure that it's snapped and secured. Melanie's going to come and help me now. Snapped and secured. Come underneath with the thigh piece. And hook it up. Again, unlike the other slings, you're not crisscrossing it. It's coming in at that center point. And it's got a good bit of head control again here for her. Okay, up we go. I think you can see with this one that it does give a fair bit of trunk support, even though the sling is short in the back and leaves some space for toileting, so it's a perfect toileting sling. All right, and again, the way to posture and reposition the resident is through the use of this leveraging handle. So it's quite effective in getting that resident into position. You can get her right back with her pelvis level. I'm going to lower her down now. And you can always put some pressure on the front of the knee. We're going to watch your head. Walk it down a little bit more. Are we down all the way? Perfect. There we go. Safe landing.